The communication between manga artists and their fan base can be traced back to early releases of the paperback Shonen Jump weekly magazine, a weekly shonen manga anthology. Each copy would contain a postcard in which the fans were encouraged to write their feedback on their favorite manga and mail it in. This was often incentivized with a prize for a few lucky readers. But how much impact does the fan base have over the final product and narrative of an anime or manga? Popularity and demand from a fan base can be a factor for the final product. If we take a look at the anime series Full Metal Alchemist, we see that there are two versions of the same series, one that was released in 2003 and one that was released in 2009. So what led to there being two versions of the same anime? The popularity of Full Metal Alchemist manga was so great that the series was greenlit and got an anime adaptation. However, the anime was greenlit while the manga was still in its early development. This led to the anime series inevitably outpacing the manga, as a television series can cover more chapters in a single episode in comparison to what an artist can output. This outpacing due to high demand resulted in the 2003 release of Full Metal Alchemist, where the production studio had to improvise the ending, which was not yet established by the original mangaka. According to an article titled The Untold Truth of Full Metal Alchemist, when Full Metal Alchemist was first adapted into an anime in 2003, the manga was still relatively young. Because there was only so much story they could adapt, the producers created their own. When Arakawa's full blessing, I think there is no need for them to worry about the original work. Separately, the mangaka said, when asked if it was best to leave the anime to the animators, he said, "Please do whatever you want. I am the type that does not care about the character's look visually, as long as the essence of the character is expressed." Although at the time, the 2003 version was well received by fans, by 2009, the manga had been completed. At this time, fans desired an adaptation with a story that was more in line with the now completed manga. This resulted in the creation of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Fans now have two almost completely different animes based on the same manga series with distinctively different endings. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood story differs not only in ending, but also in narrative due to now having more content for the studio to work with, covering characters such as Father and Truth, who weren't introduced in the 2003 version. Despite being well received during its release, the majority of fans today would highly recommend watching the 2009 Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood over the original 2003 release. What is more typically seen when an anime outpaces its manga is the introduction of fillers. Filler episodes serve as a means to avoid the creation of two separate series that cover the same manga. Fillers act as a buffer to allow the manga artist to create more material to fuel the anime adaptation, while also providing downtime and giving the audience a look at characters when they're not busy with the plot. For example, the Bount arc, episodes 64 through 109 of Bleach, an anime series widely known by fans for being full of fillers, is recognized as a time period that is exclusively canon to the anime, but not canon to the manga series. Additionally, filler is typically non-canon and anime only, which leaves many fans skipping and avoiding filler episodes entirely within an anime. Recently, with the 20th anniversary of Naruto, there's been a lot of speculation and desire by fans and enthusiasts for a remake of Naruto, minus all of the fillers. It's unlikely we'll actually receive a remake, however that doesn't mean fans have to stop asking for one. You never know if enough desire from a fan base can flip the scales and get our remake greenlit. The fanbase has also directly influenced the story of the final product and narrative of an anime or manga, which can be seen in Dragon Ball, where Akira Toriyama, the creator, incorporated fan feedback. Toriyama drew the story without knowing the eventual winner, but after asking the audience who should win the Tenkaichi Budokai tournament, to which fans responded that Goku should win. Toriyama, being the contrarian he is, tried to come up with a way to make Goku lose. It is important to note that Toriyama did not disregard the feedback, instead he adapted it. This example highlights the impact of fans' feedback directly influencing the resulting product. However, it is worth noting that not every artist is obligated to adhere to fans' ideas. In Toriyama's case, he sought input from fans to shape his direction when he was uncertain. The impact of fans on the Dragon Ball series extends even further, as their influence has shaped the overall tone of the story. Initially, Toriyama had intended for the series to span only 10 volumes. However, due to the response and feedback from fans, the series evolved and continued beyond its original planned length. The initial lighthearted adventure comedy series underwent a significant transformation after 10 volumes, shifting its emphasis towards action. This shift was influenced by the overwhelming positive response from the fanbase towards the captivating fight scenes that have now become synonymous with the series. As a result, the narrative gradually departed from its original comedic and adventure tone. This direct interaction between the fans and Toriyama demonstrates the significant role that fan input played in extending the narrative and expanding the world of Dragon Ball. More recently, the manga Attack on Titan by Hajime Isayama has sparked major controversies with its ending, leaving a division amongst fans. In a recent interview in regards to the ending of the series, Isayama expressed his regrets on how the story developed, and states that there are many things he wished he had changed, whether it be from fans' influence or his own personal regrets. Isayama as well finds himself torn with how his series has ended. That being said, due to the controversial ending, fans have decided to take the matters into their own hands by voicing their disapproval in hopes the anime adaptation delivers a different ending. With the power of the internet, fans of Attack on Titan have created a petition which has over 12,000 signatures in hopes that the studio in charge of the anime and Isayama provide a different ending to that of the manga. In conclusion, although we as fans at times feel that we have no say in the production side of an anime, the truth is we have just as much of a say as anyone else. Whether it be in reviews, petitions, desires, or overall just by being a fan, it's important to provide feedback to the artists and studios responsible for our favorite mangas or animes, because then they get a better idea of what the community wants to see and not just what they want to make.